Incredible great news for Pelosi versus MNUCHIN as MNUCHIN raises his deal offer not once, but twice since last night. The first one was detail on mornings LALATE. This one's detail on afternoons LALATE. And you know, it's just a few hours away from evenings LALATE. Maybe we'll see another deal offer then. This is incredible great news, and this is Pelosi versus MNUCHIN. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm here, you're here, your dog, your cat, and now I have a ferret. Not a carrot, a ferret. If I'm pronouncing that right. That is a viewer of this channel. Boy, I'm just, every animal species, I'm just Dr. Doolittle. Do more, do little. I don't know which one you would call me, but I'm here, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We have incredible great news today. I'm really excited for you. Incredible great news. Started in the morning, getting even better in the afternoon, and we're not even to the evening. Go to Fred's channel, subscribe. We're trying to reach 300,000 subscribers. We're at 292, and boy, hit that alert button because there's stuff hitting the fan that's really good every few minutes. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll be going over all these changes since last night. The deal offer overnight, the deal offer this morning, the deal offer this afternoon, and what could be coming later today. Absolutely categorically incredible. Moreover, I will be focusing on where Trump is taking this train and where Pelosi may have miscalculated her path of resistance. Really interesting tidbits. I'm here, and I'll be going over his incredible deal points as well. Let's get to it. Here's the breaking news. The breaking news today is that Steve Mnuchin has made not one, but two raises of his stimulus offers since last night. This morning on CNBC, he announced a raise of more money for testing and tracing and vaccine and medical related issues. This is on top of the $1.8 trillion raise from last night. Then by late afternoon on the East Coast, early afternoon on the West Coast, President Trump says, I'm going higher than that. I'm not done. I'm going higher than that. We're going bigger. Now, you had seen the tweet by Trump yesterday or the day before, go big or go home. Well, no, Trump is actually still going bigger. So Trump appeared on Fox Business News and he said, I'm going to go higher. When asked if 1.8 is enough by Fox Business News, President Trump says, no, it's not. I would go higher. I would. I absolutely would go higher. I would say more stimulus. I would go higher. He says it 3 times. If you didn't catch it the first time, he says it 3 times. Go big or go home. I said it yesterday. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to give anything. She thinks it helps her with the election. And I don't think so. I think it hurts her with the election because everyone knows she's holding it up. We're not holding it up. She's holding it up. Let me stop there. Let me go over those elements of that conversation, of those remarks. Very, very slick, very well calculated, great move. I gotta say, this is a good move. What he's basically doing is he's compounding on the momentum of the Wolf Pelosi interview. The Wolf Pelosi interview was on CNN. It was not on some backdoor woods broadcast channel that no one saw. It was seen by a lot of people. And they saw that Pelosi was asked, why are you not giving American stimulus? And she was basically not able to answer the question. She basically skirted the issue and was said, well, 1.8 trillion is a lot of money. And why do you not like 1.8 trillion? You want 2.2. There was really no answer. Americans understand 1.8 versus 2.2 are similar numbers, so they grasp that she's holding out for something that doesn't seem logical. Well, Trump is pounding on that and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to make it even more clear. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go right close to 2.2. And then I'm going to see if you still don't do the deal. And then we'll take it to the polls and say, here's this person who says she wants a deal at 2.2. Well, I'm at wherever he lands. She still doesn't want to do a deal. She never wanted to do a deal. All she wants to do is take the presidency away from me and using that as a pawn with a deal that she never wanted to do. It's exactly a well-played plan. The question is how high the president's going to go. I've been reporting on this channel for 3 months that I have always said that the president would go to 2. He's going to stop at 2, that the deal would be done between 1.5 and 2, and that ultimately he's going to stop at 2 and the deal will be done at 2. Now, the question is whether there's going to be enough national backlash against Temple of Doom when if Trump goes to 2 and she does not move $2 billion, $200 billion down to 2. I mean, it's just he would be at 2 trillion, she would be at 2.2 trillion, and then she says no deal. What would Americans think? Americans would understand the severity of the situation, that they don't have stimulus, that the $2 trillion is a lot of money. It's not $1 billion, it's $1 trillion. They'll understand that the Obama administration did a package, was it 6 to 8 years ago? It was half of $2 trillion. So this is double that. They'll understand that CARES Act 1 in March was $2 trillion. So they'll understand that anyone saying that $2 trillion is inadequate, doesn't do science, is not enough money, doesn't make sense to them. Ultimately, what will they do, the American people? Well, what's a big interesting twist today is that MNUCHIN and Pelosi have been negotiating every day for an hour, unbeknownst to us. I told you this a few days ago that they don't always tell us what they're doing. And on CNBC this morning, MNUCHIN says he talks to Pelosi every day for an hour. On Lou Dobbs last night, he says that, you know what, I speak to her and we do some homework and we go home and do the homework. What's the homework? Well, the homework has been battling over words. Yeah, words, not numbers, words. And so what MNUCHIN did this morning, perhaps on the pushing of the president, was, you know what, this is getting silly. I'm not going to sit around and battle you with words, Temple of Doom. You can have your own words. Let's just do the deal and hear the words. You can take your own words. And so that's what he told on CNBC. I says, I'm not going to keep on going over words. What we have been focused on is the language around testing, he told CNBC this morning. When I speak to Pelosi today, which was referring to this Thursday afternoon, this is a comment he made Thursday morning, I'm going to tell her that we're not going to let the testing issue stand in the way. We fundamentally agree with the testing language, subject to some minor issues. The issue is overblown. What does that mean? He means that I'm not going to sit around and play games with you on words in the bill. We got a number for the testing. Here's the number. You can use your own words. That's the first thing he's saying. Second thing is he's saying, I'm not going to have her sit back and appear on whatever channel she wants to appear and say, I'm not giving you enough money for testing. I'm giving you exactly the amount of money you want for testing. So that if you want to appear on some broadcast channel, say, I'm not using the correct words in the bill, you know what? Take the words. You have your own words and you have your own amount. It's done. So what is the next excuse? You see what's going on? Is he's basically trying to neutralize excuses not to do the deal. So that ultimately Trump can say, we neutralized all the excuses. There are no more excuses. We gave what she wanted. We did this and we did that and we're done. The morning started with Steve Mnuchin also explaining staying local, which the first time I heard this, from Mnuchin. We've heard this from Kudlow, but I've never heard from Mnuchin. This is incredibly great news. Mnuchin said that we're not going to give states money for anything that they want to be used for any purpose that they want, but we'll give them a lot of money so that they can send that money to frontline workers. Wow, incredible great news. Let me explain what he means. Of that $300 billion that is being dedicated for staying local, the language that Mnuchin is using is that it cannot be used for anything but frontline workers. So Mnuchin says, I want states using the money to paint the Capitol building, mowing the lawn, or fixing their pension plans. You're going to use it to pay your firemen, your police, your hospital people, your frontline workers. And this is absolutely categorically incredible. Mnuchin said the reason why we're doing this is because those people are going to get unemployed. You're going to fire them. And it's going to cost Treasury and the federal government more money to pay them FPUC, unemployment, than just paying their salaries. Absolutely categorically incredible. So as you sit here today, do we have bigger stimulus checks than yesterday? No, you don't have bigger stimulus checks since yesterday. Do you have bigger FPUC since yesterday? No, you don't have bigger FPUC since yesterday. Do you have anything bigger in regards to you and me since yesterday, or is it just the bill that's getting bigger? It's just the bill that's getting bigger. And the bill ultimately will have a lot of things for you. Let me go over all the things that you get under this bill. And remember, unless I say otherwise, you don't get one or the other. You get all of them. So this is categorically incredible. First, if you are those type of employees on the state level, you'll get that money, that grant money, like a fireman or a police officer or someone who works as a frontline worker. $300 billion, you'll get that. Second, if you're unemployed, anytime from September all the way up to mid-January, you'll get $400 a week. This is incredibly great news. This is more FPUC. This is bigger FPUC. It's more weeks of FPUC. This goes on top of your UI. It goes on top of your PUA. Third, you get a stimulus check and a full stimulus check. Oh my God, this is incredible, great news. No more of that silliness of the watered down stimulus check. MNUCHIN's offer is bigger than the Democrats, more generous for adult stimulus checks, for children's stimulus checks. So $1,200 for adults. Doesn't matter if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, or railroad benefits. You're getting a full stimulus check, $1,200. Children, $1,000. Absolutely categorically incredible. What's categorically incredible is that these stimulus amounts are not taken out for child support, not taken out for debt collections, not taken out for taxes, and it would be for a family of 5, presumably. So after weeks and weeks and weeks of wondering what's going to go on for my viewers, you're absolutely getting a full stimulus check if you're an adult. And if you're a child, you're getting $1,000. This is incredibly great news. PPP loans. If you're a small business owner, you're going to get PPP loans. If you're an employee of a small business owner, you will get your paycheck paid. So that's that paycheck protection. Minorities. If you're a minority, there's minority lending of $10 billion in here. Student loan forgiveness. You're going to get $25 billion of student loan forgiveness, so you won't have to repay your student loan debts. Food assistance, $15 billion. Child care, $25 billion. Employee retention credit, $91 billion. And then my ancillary industries, lodging, $20 billion, airlines, $20 billion. This is categorically incredible. Again, you get all these things. Nothing is contradictory to another. It doesn't stop there. EIDL grants, you're going to get that. EIDL loans, you're going to get that. You're also going to get grants for frontline workers paid by CDC and does not require the employer to apply for you. You get the grant money. What's absolutely categorically incredible is that this money is bigger and keeps on getting bigger and could get even bigger than this by this evening. I mean, it's just, every 2 hours is even bigger. The question is, what gets bigger next? And what would the president do next? Purple Power, I really do think at the times like this that you need to really push for the third stimulus check. You need to push for that multiple stimulus checks. I mean, the problem solvers said you're going to get 2 stimulus checks. They want to give you 1 stimulus check now and 1 in March. MNUCHIN took that out. Well, MNUCHIN, why don't you give us another stimulus check? MNUCHIN's always said you're going to get multiple stimulus checks. He just doesn't want to put it in one bill. Why not? Put it in this bill. Put in multiple stimulus checks. It doesn't cost a lot more money to do multiple stimulus checks. So if we're going bigger, if we're being more generous, how about a bigger stimulus check? Single or 2 stimulus checks? How about $2,000 for adults instead of $1,200? Should we start a Purple Power campaign? Should we be on social media and Twitter saying, MNUCHIN, like your offer. Thank you for going bigger. Thank you for going bigger, Mr. President. Go to $2,000 for stimulus checks. We didn't get a first stimulus check in the spring because we are adult dependent. We deserve a bigger stimulus check. Let me answer some incredible questions from last night. Ray Neal, they're all a joke. I'm voting them all out. Denise, we've waited so long. We should get more 7 months of checks. Karen Cox, well, they are playing patty cakes. While they're paying patty cakes, the people of this country are losing everything. Gamer legend, Mitch and Nancy should be bought up on charges against the American people. Karen Fawcett, if Nancy wants more money for states so damn bad, have her sell everything she has, including her home, and give it to the states. Sandy, that nasty campaign by Pelosi on Wolf, we feed them. That pisses me off. No, lady, we feed the people. She doesn't like that comment. I agree. No mask Nancy is hurting the American people more than helping them. Gene Johnson, nobody goes to work. Let's just stop everything just like they're doing. Nancy needs to leave the house, says Slavin Roberts. Barbie Doyle, I voted here in Louisiana. Tell Mitch it's a wrap. He's out of here. Let's see what happens. Barbara, absolutely the long-suffering people deserve more. Teresa, she is why more women aren't brought into office. Talk about a drama queen. Lisa Bernard, what good is all this? They keep on promising us the world and they give us nothing. Charlotte, they did this on purpose. They can eat cake. Subrahama, Subradara. Pelosi sounded like she was just garbling near the end. Kasonok, there's no perfect bill. Someone always complain about. Take the 1.8 trillion. I love that comment. Thank you for that great comment. Lena, they just need to come up with the freaking money. I love that too. Roberta, face it, any violence or killing that may have happened is going to be horrid. Sing Sing, the true definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same outcome after 4 years. Sing Sing again, as I said before, and I'll say it again, the unfortunate fact is that the true enemy is not the White House, not the Congress, is that the true enemy is the salvation looking in the mirror. Denise Garcia, good night, I can't hear anymore. Roberta, sorry, I don't think this is just drawing on too long. Sean Gray, November is voting time to take out the trash. Talk too. Stay strong. We all got this purple power. Lena Willer, she got mad because Wolf was right. Oh, I love that. Art Medellin, LA, can we start a petition? Francis, we should have a guy and woman change places who mentioned Nancy. CW me. What's not happening? CW me. Nancy, you're a very ignorant person. Kevin Brown, like I said, mutiny on the bounty. Renee Hernandez, this ain't Burger King and have it all your way. Oh, I love that. John Walderman, our government has turned its backs on us. Judy Christensen, anybody over 65 needs to have a mental test. John Lawrence, do you think Nancy will marry me? We could live in my car and eat ice cream. Ooh. Sing Sing, we need to take care of this now, boy, and you do as well. You see how we are. We're focused, we're determined, we're also motivated, we're also inspired, and we're also keeping it positive. So go to the Friends channel, subscribe, because boy, what a day this has been. Purple Power is absolutely doing incredible stuff. We got to bring home the bacon, as Trump said in that tweet to MNUCHIN. Whether it's at the Calcina or not, we need to bring home the bacon, and let's do it together. So go to the Friends channel, subscribe. We're trying to reach 300,000 subscribers. We're at 292. We can do it. Also, like this video. Coming up next is Evenings LALATE, which, you know, we see how the opportunity to raise some more offers on this current deal proposal. Stay tuned. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LALATE for more.